The good folks out there in Norman, man, what are they finishing with in the 2025 season? Last year, 6-7. A lot of frustration, a lot of weird vibes after losing to Navy in the bowl game. Let's be very clear about this. If you haven't been tuned in to college football and what happened from the end of the last game for Oklahoma to right now, that's okay. That's why we're here. This is not last year's team. It's not. Now, the house might look the same address, exterior looks the same, no uniform changes that I'm aware of right now out there in Norman. But you walk into this house, you actually take a second to look at what's going on there, what's been going on there. It's very different. You remodeled the kitchen, got a pool in the backyard, got some new wallpaper, got a new quarterback, got a new coordinator. Oh, Brent Venables, by the way, is calling the defense one of the best defensive minds in college football, was always involved, but now, like truly said, Michael Scott, my turn, pass the sticks. You'd like to think you'll be healthy with your weapons, who I still think are pretty solid. Everything to me is just day and night more stable, and you're hoping for a lot less. Like a year ago, you were hoping for a lot of things to work. And there's always a certain degree of hope during this part of the year, but you were hoping Jackson Arnold and Seth Luttrell could figure it out, even though that wasn't who Jackson Arnold committed to. You were hoping the brand new offensive line could figure it out. And it's not wrong to have hope, but I don't think you're depending on hope this year. You're depending on a coordinator and a quarterback that have worked together. You're depending on Brent Venables with a lot of production back on that defense to be able to get things right. Like I feel way, way better about the floor for Oklahoma here, even with this schedule, than I did a season ago. Now, I do think they have to start fast, because that was kind of the Achilles heel for me, at least, watching Oklahoma, in addition to the injuries. I hear you, Norman. I understand. But last year, even though they were winning games, it just never really felt like it looked right. I mean, like the game against Houston, you beat them by 4. 16-12 rock fight, egregious, ugly. Mom didn't even like that one. They say it was a game only a mother could love. A mother did not love that game. She turned away in disgust. The Tulane game, the final score was nice, but like that was a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Never really looked all the way right. And then the Tennessee game happens, and that was where, I don't know if fell off the rails is the right way to put it, but that was where it became pretty evident, like, hey, we got problems here. The diagnosis is not that great for what we got here. You bench Jackson Arnold. And, I mean, Michael Hawkins Jr. fought valiantly, but there wasn't enough there to really push through and be a team that was going to be contending for a whole lot in that season. And you still found a way to beat Auburn. That was awesome, and that took some Sooner magic. But, again, you heard him saying it never totally looked or felt right. I think for Oklahoma this year, if they can get rolling early, and the big games looking at are Michigan and the game against Auburn, both at the crib, and both will be tremendous opportunities for this team to establish some mojo early. Belief isn't everything, but it's a powerful thing for a team that won 6 games a year ago. You know, like it's not everything, but I think it definitely matters and would be a great service to this football team. If you could start out 4-0, be undefeated going into Red River at 5-0, that would go a long way for this team. I think it would tell them, okay, we're going somewhere with this John Mateer guy and with this defense and all that. We can accomplish this. So will that actually happen? Let's break it down game by game. Illinois State, love you. It's a tough deal, man. Oklahoma gets it done. Now, Michigan rolls into town. I'm very high on Bryce Underwood. I'm very high in his future. I am a Sharon Moore stan, going back to his alma mater in Norman. Can't help but feel like Brent Venables getting Bryce Underwood for what I assume will be his second start ever in his college career, his first ever road start. Maybe Bryce Underwood's just different. Wouldn't be the most shocking thing, but I think BV will have something cooked up for the guy, and I think you win that football game. You go 2 Temple. I'd like 2 Temple. All right, cool. Go to Philly and get a dub there. Very nice. You play Auburn. This one's going to be high stakes because this is a quarterback now, and Jackson Arnold, who, again, you benched a year ago. If you lose this game, it will not be a good feeling. It will not be a good feeling because this was a team that you beat last year at their place. You come back to Norman, you can't get a win. That would be uncomfortable, to say the least. Now, I think things stay comfortable. I think you beat Auburn. You get a bye. You get Kent State. That's a win. And you play Texas. I think you find a way against Texas. I think being unbeaten, heading into Red River, you got some mojo. I love Arch Manning, but I know more about John Mateer right now than I know about Arch Manning. I know more about how that offense is going to work together with Ben Arbuckle than I do about Sark and Arch, right? So for me, I think that weird things happen in that game to begin with. I think Texas is probably the more talented team, the deeper team. I think John Mateer makes the difference in that game. I think you win Red River and you stay unbeaten. Now, I think there's a letdown spot. You got to go to Willie B. This is a tough way for the schedule to work. To have Red River and then to go to South Carolina and play Lenore Sellers, tough. Very, very tough. I think you drop that game. Then I think you beat Ole Miss. I think you get a win at Tennessee, which would be another confidence booster. Get a bye. I think you do lose to Bama. I just think Bama is not going to forget what last year was and take that pretty personally. I think that's a loss. You beat Missouri, and then I'm very high on LSU. I think LSU is going to be one of the best teams in the country this year, and I think you drop that game. But if you're keeping track, that's 9-3. Oh, 9-3? And if I'm correct in how I'm breaking this thing down, at a spot where you could punch a college football playoff ticket with a win over LSU to finish the year 10-2, to me, that record at 9-3 silences all the discussion of, is Brent Venables the right guy? Can he get it done? Is he a head coach? 9-3 tells you you're going somewhere. Maybe it's not where you want to be long term, but with this schedule, 9-3, you're going somewhere. Now, there's also, I think, going to be some folks that argue for Oklahoma to be a college football playoff team at 9-3. I'm not going to make that prediction right now. I think that probably requires a few more breaks, but it is what it is. The bigger thing here is I think 9-3 being that close to the playoff, I think that would bring John Mateer back. Now, I don't know 110% what that would mean when it comes to his production that year, and if he's slated to be a first-round pick, it's hard to say no to, but he strikes me as a dude that is very competitive. I think that the NIL money to come back to Oklahoma wouldn't be too shabby either. I think 9-3 would bring John Mateer back for the 2026 season, which would put you in a spot to really get cooking for that upcoming year. But for me, Oklahoma, I think they finished the year with 9-3, and that record with that schedule, nothing to scoff at.